Let's have a look. YouTube. Right, motherfuckers. Let's get cracking then. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm actually quite drained on that 15-second scalp. Let's just talk about this and whatnot. Let me just adjust my camera a little bit. There we go. Get the wolf in. Yeah, there we go. The wolf is all in. Right, how's it going, guys? What's going on? Morning, well, afternoon. You know, CPI coming up ahead of us in the next half an hour. Did a scalp here and there. I'll talk about it in just a second. Plans all were made, X, Y, and Z. And we'll see if we can get a little scalp session going on, you know. We'll see what we can do. I will talk about this as we, you know, we'll talk about it as it goes on. So let's give some shout out to some of these guys, some lovely people here. Who do we have here? We've got Stanley Badass, what's going on? Nick's in the house as well. David's in the house. We've got Guna's in the house. Yuri, Nick, smash the likes. Yep, 100%, man. Smash the likes, everybody. Well, Sebastian's in the house as well. Cryptique's here. John Caboose is here. We've got the whole fucking gang, man. It's like a fucking party, man. All we need is some red cups, some alcohol, some weed, water, whatever you guys want to drink as well. I don't know. But then let's get this cracking as well. We'll talk about CPI today. What is CPI? How does that impact us? How does well, we'll try and talk about CPI because I'm kind of really into this whole scalping session right now. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think it's more important to worry about what CPI is and how that directly impacts us, especially in crypto as well. We'll talk about that. I'll try and skim it as quickly as possible in the next couple of minutes as well. But we'll see what's going on though. We got T-Rolls in the house. Walaikum salam, bro. How you keeping, man? Been good? Been a good boy, T-Roll? T-Roll's a gangster, man. Shout out to T-Roll. So, what's going on, Mr. M? How you doing, brother? Good to see you here as well. Marta's not in today. I was seeing her lately, like Marta's is in all my streams lately in the last couple of weeks, or well, 2 weeks or so. I remember paying attention to her name, and but then again, the stream was a bit later. Would have done it normally. Oh, it's looking on the 15 seconds. What's looking like it? Yeah, I think we're gonna pull down a bit more. Okay, we'll talk about it in a second. I'll talk about the market structure. Let's do CPI. We'll talk about everything else quickly before we carry on. We just talk about what the fuck's going on. Where CPI is today. It is today, happening at 1:30. I don't know if you guys have seen this. The Feds has announced on the FOMC. I need to keep this up so I can see what's going on there. The Feds has announced this by the minutes meeting yesterday that they are going to hike up the interest rates. That's still going to continue. They're not calling it a recession yet. It's just inflation after inflation, just one after another. So things can be shit. So we don't know what's going to happen today, right? X, Y, and Z. And come on, pull down, man. I want to see us come back down to this range high over here. Come back down here, do a little dip, hold above it. Let's take the fucking long, go back into this area here, and then we squeeze it back up like a motherfucker, man. See if we can actually, you know, because what it was, I'll show you quickly. My mind's all over the fucking place at the moment. Had a plan. This is the plan. Literally, this. You see this area here? This is a fast move drop down as well. What I said to the guys is let the move happen. Let it establish its base over here. This is the base of the range of itself. Once we get above the range high, we can play this level to level up into this target there. And that's the mid-range on the 19th of September. That's the mid-range on the 19th of September that we're looking at. So that's what we're looking for. And then from there, I mean, could it give us this pump up during the CPI, right? And that's risky. It is highly risky trades that I'm doing as well. Even the guys in the group are all in this. There's a lot of guys in the group that's doing the long right now. I did cut the trade itself. So I'll explain to you why. So what happened was, looking at the chart itself, let's let it come back down. Oh, I got a couple of 15 seconds there to kill. That's fine. So what happened was, right, I was looking at this area to originally short, right? This is what the area I was looking to short, because right here, we find resistance, we come back up, and we come back down, and we start breaking down, which is fine. But the moment he holds this block here, I'm like, so I enter the short there. I enter the short around here. The moment he held this block here, I cut the short, just at a tiny minor loss there anyway. And I flipped the long completely. This is a 15 seconds long as well anyway. So we're talking about 15 seconds. And when you're scalping in such a small time, and I'm talking about 15 seconds, right? So if you're scalping on the 5 minutes and the 1 minute, you have a bit of time to play around. You have a bit of time to think. But on 15 seconds, you literally, everything is just snap, one after another. Either you're with it or you're not with it. That's all it is, right? Here we go. Come on. Fucking send it back down. I'm glad I cut the trade actually. Nice little cheeky 2.7 hour trade. So what happened was this. So I entered the long right here, comes back up, does a retest off that range high. Happy days. At the moment it comes back up, breaks this high. I'm all quite pleased for it as well. My next area of target was this area here. So I took some profits off here at 2.7. I took some profits over there. We got back up and I told the guys, I said, listen, right, if we break back up and hold above this, right, shows bullish market structure, reclaim this high there, let's carry on going higher. But if we break back below, not looking good there. And I said, this is the plan, right, for us to go higher. But instead, as you can see, this low here, what does it do? It comes up as resistance, comes back up, and it does this, comes back down, and it does a deviation. Now, on the 15-second, I'm looking at this, right? I want to see us come back up, all right? So this low holds, right? We do make a lower low. Market structure is broken on the 15 seconds. This is how quick you got to think. What's going on, guys? That's in the house. Beatnik's in the house. We got Sig. I can never say your name, my bro. Sig Nuz 45. I'm gonna call you C45, okay? Unless you can actually help me pronounce your name properly. But yeah, I'm gonna call you C45 until then. We got Mike in the house as well. What's going on, brother? We got Reef Sum. We got Car in the house. Afternoon to you. Happy CPI day to you too. Here we go. That's it. Now we'll see what happens now. Market structure. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right. Aromatics and that is Cygnus. Got it. Cygnus. Got ya. Cygnus. Alright, I don't like this. Let's see. 15 seconds. How we do. Live trading coming to you directly into through the fucking airwaves and shit, man. This is how beautiful YouTube is, man. You gotta respect YouTube, you know. Shout out to motherfucking YouTube that we can do this live every single day. Do these like live trades and stuff like that. It's coming back down. All right then. So this looks like to me a deviation of this range. Already I can tell this is a deviation of the range. And if we come back up, right? Let's say we find resistance here. That is your confirmation. Oh, here we go. Yeah, well, I'm not in no shorts there. I'm glad I cut the trade anyway. So happy days. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so we come back up, right? And then on the 15 seconds, ugh, yikes, motherfucker. What's going on, bro? Chill out, man. Let's get into some shorts in it. Mid-range, right? So let's see how the mid-range holds. Let's come back to range low. There's liquidity resting over here. And it just so happens to be on the 15 seconds, right? On the 5 minutes, sorry. Let me show you this. Where's the 5 minutes? I need to add a little quick here. Was it 5 minutes or the 1 minute? Was it? I think it was the 1 minute. 1 minute chart. Ah, it kissed right after this. It kissed right off this block here. Can you see this on the 1 minute? This is a lot to take in there. I do apologize there, but for those in the DCC, I can break this down to you tomorrow. Oh well, later today actually. We can do a little session and talk about this. We kiss off this block here. This block here, right, is the last low that sent the market back to make this high there. And as you can see, support. So, well, we didn't make support. We held off this area here, this consolidation there, and then what happened? Hold the support, comes up to the mid range, comes back up, comes back down, bullish play, keeps going higher highs and whatnot, and then obviously we come back to this area we were talking about. I cut the rest of the trade there, come back into here, bounce right off this block here. So that's fine. Let's see what happens now. Now, as a trading perspective now, right, what I'll do if I'm looking for longs is that we come back up, hold above this, shows bullish market structure, breaking market structure off the bearish play, because this is all bearish market structure right here, okay? And then we play back into this area there and see if we can reclaim and hold above this, and then let's go and send this motherfucker up higher, back to where we wanted to send it, right? But that's what we're looking for. If not, if it comes down and finds resistance, any sort of deviation up there, like for example like that, there's a deviation, doesn't show us this bullishness, right? And it breaks down, this is the low there, then we play back to mid-range, and let's go back down to this low. So that's what we're looking for off the 1 minute. 1 minute. Sorry, man. Fucking hell. That's a bit rude there. Fucking burping and shit like a motherfucker there. But that's what we're looking at. So we've got some. Well, let's get on with CPI then. Let's get on with CPI. What is CPI? What is this all about? What's gonna happen X, Y, and Z? Let me bring this out. Drag this across. Hold the mid range. Oh, 15 seconds. Let's have a look. 30. What's the 30 saying? Okay, the 30 has come back into this area here, right? Let's just drag this around there. Are we finding resistance off this block here? Because we lost this block, so any means, which means, right, off the spot, is that any retest, right, and breakdown will mean it's an indication for shorts. Okay, we got a little gap up here on the 15 seconds. We can do a little bit of a deviation, right? So hold above it. So break down below it, that's where your entry is, and whatever the deviation is, that will be your stop loss, for example, playing it back down. I wouldn't mind it if he comes off to here. We got some SRs playing off this, you know. Let's have a look what we got. Right, so we got this high here, right? That's holding us. Yeah, we could come up there. We can literally just come up, spike up, break down, and find resistance, and that will be bearish there. That's bearish. Your confirmation is once we get below the range high. That's what we're looking for there. Burping is a sign of appreciation. Is it? I think that was just rude. That was, you know. Right. Let's see what happens. But 2.75R, I don't necessarily trade during CPI or before CPI. I don't like doing that. I think that's just a risky move. It's a bit of a daft one, but this was too open for us to play. You know, it was too good to not play. You know what I'm saying? So when I posted the plans on the group as well, so look, this is what we're looking for. And then when I cut the trade, I told him I cut the trade and whatnot. And I took profits. I told him I took profits over here, and I made plans of this area. It was very quick anyway. And then once we got below the area, it wasn't looking good there, right? So market structure on the downside, we can see literally. Let's just hide all this shit for a second. Market structure on the downside: high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So if we break this high there, that's a break in market structure going up higher. That's your confirmation right here. This will be your confirmation to play up there. So a lot of people want to know what triggers. That's one way of using a trigger there. Okay. So you see a break in market structure, right? As long as it holds this high there, we're good to go. And then this low can't be lost, because now we're looking for that low to hold. Okay. That's one way of a trigger for those who actually are interested in triggers and how I play this move, for example. But yeah, let's talk about CPI. Let's talk about what is CPI? Consumer Price Index. Investopedia. We've done this before. We'll do it again. We'll quickly touch on this as well. So Consumer Price Index, right? What is the CPI? It measures the monthly change in prices paid by the US consumers, and the Bureau of Labor Statistics calculate the CPI as a weighted average of prices of basket of goods and services. Basket of goods and services, which means things that me and you and everybody else in the stream and your neighbors and everyone else who are thinking like what we use on a daily basis. Okay, so prices for baskets of goods and services representative of aggregate US consumer spending. Okay, the CPI is one of the most popular measures of inflation and deflation. What is inflation? Inflation means when things go up. Deflation when things go down. So, for example, if you're printing money, right, which is what the world's pretty much doing, trying to survive here, really. You're printing money. You're creating more supply to the economy. So, for example, on the dollar, if you're printing dollar, what happens is there's more supply to dollar what there originally was. It's like market supply, like the total supply. The total supply increases, which means the value decreases. So if you look at the pound sterling, the euro, it's collapsing. It's all inflation there. Deflation is when things go down, and then we can start picking up there. So let's just touch base on what inflation is. Let me open up the chat quickly. Bring up this. Okay. We'll see what happens. Let's keep talking about inflation, deflation as well. So inflation occurs when the price of goods and services rise, when deflation occurs when the prices decrease. Makes sense, right? Inflate, deflate. Okay? The balance between these two economic conditions, opposite sides of the same coin, is delicate, and an economy can quickly swing from one condition to another. Just like swing trading, day trading, the scalp trading, all that. It just swings. You change the bias up and down, just like that. Price goes up, price goes down, and that's what it really is. Okay, central bank keeps a keen eye on the levels of prices changes and act to stem deflation or inflation by conducting monetary policy such as setting interest rates. So if they're increasing the interest rates, that's what that means. You're inflating the interest rates, it's inflation. If you're decreasing the interest rate, you're deflating, right? So the key takeaway is this: inflation is an increase in the general price of goods and services in an economy. Which is really important, CPI. So CPI, if that's increased, right, that means there's more inflation. Makes sense, right? The consumer price and your consumer goods are gonna always increase 10% inflation in Germany. I think 9% in the UK actually at the moment. It's really bad, man. I think the worst I've seen was like Turkey and freaking Lebanon, man. These places are fucked. Deflation, conversely, is the general decline in price of goods and services indicated by inflation rate that falls below 0%. Both can be potentially bad for the economy depending on the underlying reasons of the rate of policy rate changes. Okay, that's pretty much the gist of it. You guys can read this out yourself. We ain't got much time left. We have literally 20 minutes. Is it 20 minutes? What? Yeah, no, shit. We got 14 minutes. My bad. We got 14 minutes before the CPI data comes out, and we'll see what's going on. So I'm gonna quickly run through this as well. So the CPI report uses a different survey methodology prices sample and weight index weights, and then the producer price index PPI, which was yesterday, which measures changes in the price received by the US producers of goods and services. So CPI is what we use. PPI is like the measure of what the US producers of goods and services actually receive, right? So it's very different. So consumers, we are consumers, okay? So CPI makes a massive impact on what we do, or what happens, hence the inflation deflation, right? So the consumer price index measures the overall change in consumer price based on the representative basket of goods and services over time. CPI is the most widely used measure of inflation. Widely used measure of inflation because it's us, the consumers, right? Closely followed by policymakers, financial markets, businesses, and consumers. And the widely quoted CPI is an index covering 90% of the US population, while related index covering wage earners and clerical workers is used for cost of living adjustment. You don't really, let's not fuck that up. So this is what we're looking for. So the 8 major groups of the consumer price index. Then quickly check on BTC. Okay, so breaking market structure. Let's have a look. We might can squeeze into something. I would like to see if we can get back in there and then go back up higher. That would be nice. This high deviation. Let's have a look. I mean, you can enter along here. Let's have a look. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Come on. Let's see what happens. If we close below here, happy days. I can see a retest over here, at least to this area there. Okay, so cool. Let's just speed this up quickly and then see if we can actually get a quick cheeky little trade here. You're welcome, Bernd League. Thank you so much for that, man. Jordan's in the house. Afternoon to you, my brother. Daink Country Club is always here, my brother. All right, where were we? So these are the major groups of consumer price index, right? We got housing, right, which is what we all need, right? Apparel, which is your clothing. Transportation, which is like your train, your buses, your fuel, for example, like cars and whatnot. Education, communication, that's got to do with like it's all general stuff. Other goods and services, which like you can see sewing and whatnot. Recreation, which is like gym, medical care, food and beverages, which is all like our foods that we take, right? So these takes into account of what the CPI is. So if they start rising up in prices, right, the CPI generally increases, which makes sense. Right, and if that increases, what happens? Inflation. If they start decreasing, deflation. Right, then we can start seeing how it is. But as we are aware, the Fed has already announced that they're not going to reduce the interest rate. So we're looking at more higher numbers, really. To be in all fairness, I don't think it's going to get any better. But we'll see what happens. What today is as well. Come on, man! Everybody, smash the likes. Everybody, show me some respect. Here we go. So I can enter in along. Let's go. So this is what I said. We're in here. Right, so okay, let me just focus on this one now. Market structure shifted on the thingy on the down on the upside. So now let's look at the 30 seconds or so, 1 minute. Can do a quick tricky little trade. I wouldn't recommend anyone doing this, right? Please, this is not financial advice. Don't take any trades during CPI. This market, nothing that I say is financial advice. Nothing that I say is come on. Just still waiting there. Motherfucker, okay. So, let's have a look. 30 seconds. No, 30 minutes. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't recommend anyone taking any trade. If you are going to trade towards CPI, it is fucking risky. I rarely fucking do it. I need to see something a bit more clear for me to enter in. I did take a long for those who has entered. I did take a long from here, playing up to there. I took some profits there. Did a deviation off this low over here, come back up there. Once we found resistance, I collapsed the rest of the trade there. And then, as we saw, was a quick spike down over here. Let me quickly touch on dollar index. Dollar index, what's going on? Dollar index is looking quite bearish on the downside, which is all good. I need to speed this up a little bit. Sorry about that. If I'm speaking a bit too fast, apologies for this as well. It's just because of CPI. All right, so what I said to the group yesterday, that this area here is the key. This area here is the key. I said this quite clearly as well. And I said we can come up there and spike into 133.55, which is a weekly mid-range. And I said that as long as we get back below here, that's your high. We can play it back down, right? That's on the dollar index, right? And as you can see, we come back up, we come back down, come back, spike it. This high holds. So still bearish market structure. That's the high, and that forms the lower high, right? And then it gets back underneath it, finds resistance, breaks down, retest it. It hangs around here. And I said to the guys, right? Let me just delete some of this shit here. I said to the guys, this is what we're looking for, right? The first things first is this, right? Where we're gonna find trap. And for those who didn't see on the group, please check out the lounge. The lounge was there, and I said once we come out to here, and I marked it yesterday. Once we come up to here and we start breaking down, we spiked right into here and we found support. And I said any more retests over here will be bearish, right? But the confirmation is we're a breakdown and a retest, and off we go. And then the next target I would say for dollar index would have been off this high here, this right there, and that's where it's bounced off to. That's the fingers where it's what it's done. So they're showing me bearishness on the market structure going down on the downside. We talked about yesterday how the market was curving off like this, and now we're finally actually bringing it back down. Do you magic boss? Thank you so much for that morning star. So now what I want to see is liquidity taken on this downside there. Once we get liquidity taken out there, let me just highlight this. Then we can start saying, yeah, there's more further downsides here, right? So breakdown over here, play it down to range low. This is taking out the liquidity. We can actually hold above it. We don't know. We don't fucking know. But once we break down below this, break down, let's go a lot more lower. That's what we're looking for dollar index. It is CPI. Let's have a look at what the fuck happens. But ES has done a fucking madness though. It's done a mother like, you know, a proper madness though. I gotta say, what's the Bitcoin's doing? I gotta quickly check on it. Okay, cool. What's the number again? Sorry, it's 18.710. What's my numbers I need to worry about? This number here is 18.728. Okay, $18, $10. All right, cool. So yeah, and then with what are we looking at? We're looking at fucking ES in it. ES, right? Like the motherfucker, right? So it bounced off quite clearly. You can see it. We talked about this yesterday. We talked about it clearly that price is capped between this range low here and this range high here. That's what it is. Nothing has changed. It really hasn't changed in all fairness. If you look at it, look at the hourly. That was the range bound environment right here, right? This is the range bound environment. Deviation, step back up, deviates there, steps back down. And now we're looking for, do we actually come back into here? And is that a deviation? We know if it's a deviation, we step back into the range. If it's not a retest, let's play it back down. No problem. And where have we found support off this range high? And what is that range high? Let's show you on the daily. And you can see it's from this high there. This is a range bound environment that we played over here. We sent the market up there. So far so good. We're actually looking strong. And on the 15 minutes, you can see quite clearly how this is working out. Look here. Look at this, the price action that's happened here. All this has been support right here. Support here. Support here. We haven't had a candle close down below. We haven't had a candle that close down below, which is perfectly fine. Market structure has shifted. Once we broke out this high, look at this, right? This is your indication right here. This is the high. Some alphas I'm giving you. This is the high. When we smash back above it, right, and you retest and hold above it, we can play it to the next area, which is this low here. This is the area here. That's where market's capped now. Market's capped now. CPI's coming down. We don't fucking know what happens. Does it come back down over here, then holds above it, and then keep playing up higher? I don't fucking know. Or does it come back down, play down lower? I don't fucking know. We'll just work it out. But for me, the data doesn't mean shit to me. It's just what the chart says. For me, the chart tells me everything. As long as the chart is telling me something, we'll see what's going on. We have 5 minutes left to go CPI, guys. All right. Oh, bless you, Gandalf. Yeah, I am actually going to be doing this live as well. We've got 5 minutes left, all right? So we'll see what happens on thingy. So we are going to focus on Bitcoin in just a moment there. So we'll see what happens with CPI. All right. So then, again, the plan still stays the same as yesterday as discussed. If we get back above here, hold above this bullish market structure, taking out these highs there. Let's play it back to mid-range. Mid-range, from the mid-range, let's play it back to range high. We've got this inefficiency to fill out. Let's fill this motherfucker out and see what happens if we come back up. Deviate it, we don't know, or do we come back up, hold a support, break bullish market structure, off we go. Let's keep going to this level and going up higher wherever the fuck it wants to go. All right, let's play footsie. What's going on? Just wait for all my screens to freeze. Yeah, shit. Good point actually. Bitcoin 18274. Okay, so we're coming to the range high now. 30 seconds. Let's have a look. See, we're finding resistance at the range at the range high. Now, technically, what would happen is I would enter a short, right? I would generally enter a short. This is my confirmation. We'll lose this low here. Let's go back down low. I'd enter a short here. I would be honest about that. But because of CPI, we're going to see some massive motherfucking wicks as well. So I'm trying to get it down to 29 minutes, right? And see what the price does. And there you go. You see, there you go. Mid-range, then range low. That's pretty much what I just said, and it does exactly what I said on the 30 seconds. What the fuck is going on today, mate? What's going on, Dubs Door? Once we got the CPI data out of hand, remember, I always say to you guys, if you want to trade, wait the 2 hours, let the fucking market establish its base, calm the fuck down as well, and then we see what's going on there. So 2.75 R just before CPI is actually not bad, actually. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we'll see. We've got 27 minutes. Let's go. Oh, well, we've got 3 minutes left to go. Let's go. I feel like my watch is like a minute behind me now. It is the 12th today, right? 13th today. Right. So still got a couple of minutes left. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. We're gonna get some volatility. Play some scary music. We'll see what happens. It's risky to play, I ain't gonna lie to you. Even I don't want to play it now. I was really looking to play this. And I think, look, CPI can wick right up there. I mean, but then, if you see here, you know what? I might enter a little cheeky little trade just for the sake of fucking doing the risk there. Because you see this, let me quickly say this, 28 minutes. We've got a low here, we've got a higher low there. It makes sense that what's going on market structure wise. I haven't got long left to do this, so I have to really fucking hold this out. So this is the consolidation that's holding the market on the upside. I think I'm going to take a long. I'm going to take a long with a stop loss right here, right? I'm going to go half risk. I think a third of a risk, right? Because I'm scalping at the same time. Let's just do this, right? Let's just fucking do this. All right, don't do what I'm doing, please, guys. Just don't do what I'm doing. The reason why, because look, the on the downside is this. You see this? There we go. Let's fucking enter it now. Let's go now. So I entered in on that. Okay, so I've entered in. This could stop me out. This is really risky, but fuck it. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it. Where's my short? Let's just right around here, for example. Stop. No, fucking short, long. Come on, come on. Come on, wick into here. 30 seconds. I need to go on the 15 seconds, guys. Sorry about this. Data's out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah, we fucking did it, man. 3.8 seconds. 3.8 R. Woo! Say something, motherfuckers. Yeah, there we go. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care if it dips down. I don't give a shit. I knew it was going to go back up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Dude, that was mad. That was mad. There we go. Just establish itself now. Let's just chill out now, innit? Let's see what's going on. So, guys, you know what? Like the guys in the DCC who took the long right, I hope you actually had your TP right here. I set up to here and that was it, and then we wicked into it. It was perfect as well. The CPI data must be out already. Yeah, it's 130. That's what happened there. I don't give a shit now. I'm back to range low. And guys, remember I said to you, back to range low, any retest of here, it was too quick. I said to the guys quite clearly, right? You know when you're just fucking sick? You're just sick? You're just fucking killing it? But I said to the guys, right, that we're looking for a retest over here, breakdown, right? Any retest of the mid-range, right, would enter the thingy. Oh no, oh shit, I had a market sell. Did it hit? Oh shit. Oh, guys. Okay, so the DCC would understand this, right? I said to you guys, right? That was it, because I got 2 notifications. Target hit, well, 3 notifications. One says like TP, position close and whatever, and the other one straight away said like short sell, market hit, whatever, blah blah, and then TP hit. So I fucking did it. So alright. Anyway, so the guys in DCC, I said to you guys quite clearly, any retests off here, and my stop loss was over here. I put my stop loss right there on there. Let me see. Dude, this is a beautiful day. This is probably the best day of trading I've ever done in such a long fucking time. Let me double check. I need to double check this stuff. Oh shit, it did fucking do it. Fair play. Alright, so what happened, right? So let me feed this out to you guys, right? So in the DCC, let me just post this picture out. Where's the DCC? Where's Bitcoin? It was in the plans that we talked about there. And literally, I'm gonna share it with you guys, right? Just for you guys, I'm gonna share it, okay? So where was it? Okay, so what I said here, right? This here, you guys can see it. Literally at 1:30 a.m. today, UK time, right? BTC just decided to take a dump, cautious playing now, and we've completely smashed below the mid-range. CPI is in 2 hours, so we'll see how we react. Any pump up to the mid-range during CPI, I'll look to take a short back to 18255 range low. Said it quite clearly there, right? And this is the chart. This is the chart when we smashed below it. We had a clean smash below it, and he retests here. We send it back down to 18255. It's right there. It's right there, like clear as daylight. That's what you see. Okay, put that back down as me. Cool. And so what I actually kind of forgot that I actually put a buy a sell limit there. But yeah. So then what happened was target played both sides really perfectly now. Really clean. So we'll see what happens there. Let me just close this. So basically, where my stop loss was here. Short position. Stop loss here. It was about, I think I put it around here. Bring it back down, and that's another 4.8R. So 3.8R plus 4.8R is 7. 8.6 plus 2.7, 11.3R in one day. That's not bad. That's not too bad. So yeah, so that's the plan. And now let's just talk about what's going on now, right? So we've done its thing, right? Yeah. So it's done its thing. Let me get another clean chart, a nice cleaner chart, less mess there. So we're below the monthly open, and that's the thing is I really wanted us to actually retest that the monthly open. I'll be honest with you, I was along there. I took a loss on that, no problem. It is what it is. But really and truly, what we're looking at is this, right? So we're still in this range band environment. Nothing has changed though. Although market has dropped, yeah, no problem. But nothing has changed. Dollar index is pushed up as well. Ooh. Okay, dollar index is showing bullishness there, taking out the highs there. So then this was a high. That was a lower low. That was a higher high. And that's a higher low. And here we go, high. So it looks like we're going to go back up there. As a charting perspective, that's what it looks like. We're going to go back up to range high, 114.527. And then from there, see what happens there. If we break above it and hold above it, then I'm going to go up to about 190, 120. So CPI core, YOY, 6.6% and 8.2%. Okay. So Forex Factory said. Yeah, so the expected, which side is which? Right, forecast was this. CPI forecast was 8.1%. Previous month was 8.3%. It dropped down to 8.2%, but still didn't make no difference. You know. Let's be honest, it's too fucking high. That CPI is too fucking high. That's not good though. Just because it dropped by 1.1% in a month doesn't mean it's great. If it dropped to like 7.6, right, for something or 7 point, like below 8%, then we can start talking. It's like, all right, then we're making some progress here, but they're not like any good. I do want to talk about this chart. Oh, yeah, it's bullish now. Yes, it's pushing up though. Well, yes, it's actually in that area of resistance we talked about briefly. I do want to talk about that. TRJ. There we go. Thompson. Let's look at that. Look at that. So this commodity, this core commodity is breaking down though. So daily. Yeah, it is breaking down. Bearish market structure here. This is the yeah. You can see this. Oops. High, lower low, lower high, lower low. Is this the lower high? Can we do this lower low? We don't know. But I can see us coming back into this area here. Right into these highs there. Makes sense. So $240. That's what I can see around that area. So S&P dropped close to monthly level. Let's have a look. let me just highlight this, close this off there. So where's the monthly open is where? This is the monthly open right there. So yeah, we're holding support on the monthly open, right? That is a monthly open. Am I right in saying that? 1 month? Yeah, we are in the monthly open right there, which is what? The close open is 3593. 3593. Yeah, that's it. That was definitely it. So I was just making sure that's fine. So we're above the monthly open, no problem there. It's fine. Still looking bullish there. You see that gap there? I do want to see us get filled out there. Get a bodily close above it. That'd be quite nice. And then another gap over here. See what happens there. We're gonna find some resistance off this area there at least, and then see if we can come back up. Any breakdown, and then we can start looking for shorts itself. Not looking good though. SPX 500, S&P dropped close to the monthly level. Huh? Oh shit. Okay. It's US 500. What's that saying? Oh, so this is actually the so this ES button is completely wrong. Somebody's come fucked up over here. The US 500 is showing that it's bearish. I was like, how the fuck is that going looking well? Like, how is the dollar index pushing up, and we got the ES actually pushing up? So, thank you for that critique. Appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. That's really sweet of you there. Well, this chart changes everything. I'm not gonna lie to you. This chart changes everything here. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does change everything. All right. So let's just see what's going on. So we got this range band environment we talked about. Where is that range? Let's draw this out. That's the high. Get a magnet on. Oops. There we go. That's the high, and we got the low right over here. Right. It stepped into it. So this is looking fucking ugly though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Really ugly. So let's make plans. Let's make the plans there. See what's going on there. So we've got the idea. Our dollar index is looking quite bullish there as it is, right? If we close above here, above the mid range, right? Because we're now at the mid range, right? If we close above the mid range, hold above it, range high at 114.527. This was last week's Monday's low, or 2 weeks ago's Monday's high. Sorry. Break above there, then we can see what the hell's happening, right? Then what happens is this was going to happen. Bullish market structure, reclaim this area here, back into this area. That's 75% of the range, and then we can squeeze into range high at 119. From there, we'll see what happens. There's like highs at 120. Do we take them out? We don't even know. What's going on today? So Gomez, how you doing, my bro? I haven't seen you for a while, man. Good to have you here. We'll see what happens if we hold above it. There's 63 people here in the chat, man. Come on, smash the likes, man. Show me some love. We did some shorts, we did some longs, we did some live trading and whatnot. Like I said to you guys, don't take any trades during CPI. It is risky business. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody else, but sometimes you gotta take some balls in it. You know, like the great what's his name? Al Pacino said in the movie Scarface in this world I've got nothing but my word and my balls in it. That's it. Appreciate that guy, Crypto Anglio. Love for that as well. Trying to get to your stream on time. Appreciate that, man. I mean, like, I think you're in the American time zone. Is that correct, Teriso? That's what it's come down to. So anyway, yeah. So what we're looking at for potential plays over here, and this, I mean, really and truly, we're still range bound in this area here. So once we break out of this range high over here, and does this price action, that's your confirmation to go up higher. ES is going to go down. Crypto's going to go down. We're going to short the fuck out of it all the way back down to smithereens, and we're just going to stack our USDT. Once we find the bottom establish a bottom, a base, then we can say, yeah, time to start, unloading on alts a little bit more. Not yet. There's no such thing as hodl. There's no such thing as diamond hands. I'm not into any of that business. I'm just literally just playing it as it is. 7:40 a.m. Fuck, fam, where are you living at? 7:40 a.m. Bruv, you live in Mars. I'm joking. Appreciate AI. Really appreciate that, man. Big love for that as well. If you appreciate that, smash the likes, everybody. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new here, or you guys have seen me quite a few regular times. I'm quite pleased to say though, alhamdulillah, by God's mercy, I have smashed over 2K followers. I'm now at what, 2019? 2006. So, bro, 3 people unfollowed me. Fuck out of here. That's all good. It's all good. But yeah, let's have a look. Yo, my boy James phoning me. Let me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. It's my boy from uni. Yo, what's going on, big man? Yeah, bruv. When you come in? What did they say? 13th. 100%. Which airport? Yeah, just send me the details. I'll pick you up. No problem. You can stay at mine if you want. My house is your house. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's not a problem. Yeah, fuck her then. No problem. Yo, listen, bruv. Listen. Like, I love you, Bear. I love you a lot, but like, I got a lot of love for you. But I'm kind of in the middle of a stream. I don't know if you guys wanna, if you wanna, if you come down, fam. If you come down, you are more than welcome to come and and jump on the stream and whatnot. See me get to work in it, because you've always said, you know, you're interested in this kind of shit. I'll teach you, fam. Yeah, fam. Listen. I'm on the stream now. I'm gonna catch you guys later. I'm gonna catch you later, bro. Send me all the details. Send me your tickets, X, Y, Z, everything, the lot, and I'll pick you up, man. What time? Bro, 7 o'clock in the morning. You fucking mad? Alright, that's fine. No problem. I'll speak to you in a bit, brother. Listen, right, as soon as the stream is done, I'll be done soon, right? Ish, kind of thing. I'll give you a call back. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Okay. After work, when you finish work then, right? Love, bro. Speak to you in a bit. Yeah. I see you in a bit. Love. Alright. Jamin's coming down to UK. Good to have him here. Love that guy. I haven't spoken to him for a while since his like wedding kind of thing. Like we message here and there kind of thing. But like I said to you, there's certain peoples I don't miss their calls. Whenever they call me, I drop everything for them as well. Jamin's one of them. Ali's another one. My mom's another one as well. A few others as well here and there. So yeah. Anyway, let's get back to work. So we're talking about dollar index. We're talking about the bullish play and whatnot. It is what it is. It is looking bullish. We know the interest rates are going to be increasing. It's not a big deal. Let it do its thing. As the interest rates going up there, they're not going to call it a recession. I don't think they're going to call it thingy. What's my major, bro? I'm a pharmacist, fam. I'm a doctorate. Yeah, I'm a doctorate, man, in pharmacy, and whatnot. And then I work in the GP surgery. So the liquid's off the dish. Yeah, quick change though from medical field into the fucking But to be honest, right, during COVID, right, like the pay was mad. I ain't gonna lie to you, the pay during COVID was sick. You couldn't say no to it. But here we are. To be honest, I take crypto any day. I honestly love you guys here in the crypto world, and I prefer crypto any day. But anyway, so that's the bullish play that we talked about, dollar index. See what happens there. Will it come back down? That's the question, right? Let's just get a clear chart. Will it come back down, right? I think that's what everyone is wondering. Are we going to come back down? Is it going to be bearish? We don't entirely can say, because if you look on the 4 hours, right, even on the daily, right, just on the daily itself, it's just one motherfucking bullish play. It's just one big ass curve all the way up there. It's like Elon Musk has decided to say, you know what? We're going to Mars today, motherfuckers. Let's go. And that's what happened. And then the US decided to actually push up, and it's just been horrendous. You know, it's not been easy to trade it. I'll be honest with you. The forex market, bond market, dollar index, it hasn't been so easy because the traditional seasonality play is not being the same. We expect a low to happen for the year around July, August time. You know, for it to dip and whatever. It did do that. But then, which happened over here, right? But then it just rallied like a motherfucker. It's a completely different ball game. It's a different ball game there. Thank you so much, Teresa. Glad that you actually... Morning to you, Justin. So, it's a different ball game there. So, as you can see off the daily, right, we are making a bullish market structure, right? What is the bullish market structure? We've got a low. We've got a high. We've got a lower low. A higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. I mean, this could be the higher low there, right? If we lose this level here, then yeah, let's come back down into this area here. That's what, off a PA point of view, lose this level here. Let me bring this out there. Then we play it back down. Come on, swipe. Come on, swipe. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. My hands are not working out too well. But yeah, let's do that. If we lose this low here, then we can come back down into this area here. Which means that if we're looking to get into this level for bearishness, what we're looking for, let's just zoom into it and see what's going on, right? I don't think it's going to be like that. I don't think it's going to be like that, right? I do think it's going to be more bullishness in my opinion. And I think there's going to be more downsides on crypto. So let's have a look. That's the last high that sent the market back down, right? Just like this, right? You see, this is the last high that sent the market back down. And you can see this, right? Can you see how careful this has been? So price goes back down, retest this, comes up to range high, it comes up to range high, finds support, and it shoots up, and it takes out this high. This is bullishness. That's bullishness right there. When we take out a previous higher high, we're making bullishness. If we take out a previous lower low, that's bearishness, and that's what we're doing. So crypto, you can see this bearishness taking out lower lows, and you can see in dollar index we're making higher highs, right? So what happens here, we come back down for a deeper pullback, and we come right into the base of this area here. And what happens? Find support, just like we found support here. This low holds, off it goes, reclaims, finds support, takes out this high, boom, Bob's your uncle, we go up higher. That's the way. That's continuation. That's how we play continuation, right? Now, when we're looking at this area here, again, same situation, right? We made this is the last up candle, sent the market back down. Now we want to look at it this way. If it's going to be bearish, right? How do we play this? We want to find this high, especially this is invalidation. We want to see this high to hold, to make the higher high, and then we can make a lower high and then break back down. So if it does something like this, bearish market structure, all the way back down, take out the liquidity over here, and let's see if we can squeeze back into this. Well, I think we'll come back into the base over here. Which makes sense to come back. I think at a minimum, if it was to be bearish, I'm just saying, up here, right? Which still doesn't take that lower low yet. So this will be your plan there. And then if we can squeeze below it, let's go. Happy days. The moment we get back underneath here, and then we can say, hang on a second, motherfuckers. This block was thingy held as bullish to go all the way back up, but we finally found a block, this block, which was breaking it back down, which has caused us to come back below this block, which is now showing us bearishness going all the way down. So you play this level to level. That's one way to play it, level to level, amongst a range of other things like ranges and whatnot, SRs, all that kind of stuff. What's going on, Joe? Good to have you here as well. Nick saying, I could have been a doctor, could have been a lawyer, could have been a boxer like a Oscar de la Hoya. Oh, that's a line. Yeah, that's true. That's Stormzy. Stormzy's a fucking legend though. So now, with the same concept of what we're looking at this block here, if you want to have a more of a higher time frame perspective look as well, what we're looking is for to see how this block holds. Do we get back below it, break down and go a lot more lower, no problem, or do we actually do something similar to this, come back up and close within here, plays around this, breaks above, maybe a dip into this bullish market structure, off it goes, go to 119 and that's it. That's the range high play, and that's all it is. That's the gist we're looking for now. That's it. I've given you the key right there on a higher time frame perspective. So if we do something like that, you know, to start longing, to start shorting the ES, start shorting, the S&P, the lot is all gonna follow through. And it just so happens that ES, our good friend ES, has now decided to fucking shank it back down. There we go. Which we discussed this. We discussed this as well not too long ago on ES. Let's go on the 15 minutes. I think it was on the 15 minute, 1 hour. 1 hour. Ugh. Yikes. Fucking horrible, isn't it? 15 minutes was it? Something along the lines. I remember I saw it there, and I said to you, what's capping the market? And we said right over here. This is capping the market. This is the last high that sent the market back down. And look what happened there. Yep, we do a stop run, come up there, do a stop run, take out these highs there, which comes into this block over here, which really and truly you can use this one actually, right? This is the clear retest right there. That's the clear retest there. You see, retest over here, retest over here, retest over here, sends the market back down. Off we go. Pelosi sent the fucking market back down there, innit? And that's it. And then now we know the ES, but I think the ES play. Let it establish its base, come back up to range high. This is the range high, breaks down, short your ES, back down. That's it. Market structure is bearish. It is. We are fucking horrible. That kiss of death, for those who remember the kiss of death, it's playing out really well. Ooh. So let's see what happens. So we've got Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin goes a lot more lower now. It's time to start. It's time to switch bias, right? I mean, you can still day trade this as a long in a short scenario and whatnot. It's very possible we can do this. We'll do this all the time anyway. You know, guys know how we do. But at the same time, we just play this as the market comes back down. I do so. This is what we're looking for now. Looking at Bitcoin, quickly touch on Bitcoin. And then we'll touch on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then we call it a day, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really, really pleased that that I did those longs and those trades there. I gotta say, I gotta fucking love it. Right, so this is a range band environment. Let's delete this. Right, we'll bring this back up afterwards when we need to bring it. But let's just focus within the range band environment, okay? Let me bring up the 1 hour. See what we got here. As you can see, we're still capped in this range. This is a range back 4 weeks ago. It hasn't fucking changed. It really hasn't changed. I mean, look, it does look kind of shit though, because look at this market structure. Right there. That's that. We got support. We had some support. Goes back down, deviation. It's all choppy of this area here. And then once we lose this area, once we lost this, it was over. Lose this, retest off this low there, sends it back down to range low. Okay, so this is quite nasty, right? So we know we've broken the trend line there. It's looking bearish there, but at the same time, we are still playing within the range band environment that we need to respect. And that is between 19.6k and 18.255 thingy. And this is the range 4 weeks ago on the Monday, the 19th of September. If you guys want to copy and paste that, you're more than welcome to do so as well. Okay, so now, as you can see, what have we done? We're taking out some stops. What stop did we take out? This low here. Can you see? We've taken out the stops. We hold it support. We're now holding this. So I would like, right, if we were to play this range band environment game, I would like us to establish some sort of support over here. Whatever the range band environment is, play this back up to 25% of range. That is target 1. And we can see if we can squeeze into this area here. And that'll be target 2. Right? That's the play we were looking for. And maybe go into range. If you get into the mid-range at 18.9k. We don't know. We just throw that in there, right? And that's it. It's bearish. We can't look for longs going to 20k, 21k. Bruv, whoever's been saying 25k, you've got to change your fucking perspective now. You've got to change it, because if look at the dollar index, it's just incredibly bullish. ES has shanked the fucking shit out of everything. So guys, I'm telling you, do not be bag holding any trades. You can actually enter some trades here and there, longs here and there when you got a bounce off it, but don't fucking buy anything and hold it for the fucking next bull run. Don't do that. Okay? What time they released the CPI date here? They already released it, bro. 1:30 in the UK time. About 24 minutes ago. Hugh Janus, how you doing, my bro? Good to have you here. David's in the house as well. So that's pretty much it now in terms of this range band environment. And then if I decide to say, look, what happens if we start losing this low over here? What happens there? We are right over here. You see this low there? We've got liquidity in July. There's liquidity resting here, and that's why it looks like it's going to try and hunt, right? Let me just break this down to you, right? Let me get a clean naked chart. Bring everything up. Bring the Monday's range back up. We've still got Monday's range back there. 1 second. There we go. That's it. Let me get a naked chart. Let's go on the 4 hours. Let's go on the daily. Fuck it. So we are in this area range. Let me bring this up there. 1 second, guys. Just one moment there. Because this was a range band environment that I actually showed a little while ago. From this low to this high. Similar to ES. Similar to ES, how it is. And look where we found support off this range, the mid-range. We found support mid-range, found support mid-range, found support mid-range. No problem, that's fine. And then we see if we can squeeze into here, and it breaks down. And then what happened is that was a deviation of the mid-range. Hard stop there. Your entry over here below the mid-range, playing it back down to 25% of the range, playing for 17.16 and squeezing it to 16, 20, 20. And that's all we're doing. That's all we're looking for, right? And then we'll see what happens there. But I think it's time to fucking start sending this back down to 10k, fam. We're going to start sending it back to 10k. If we ain't sending this down to 10k, I don't fucking know what we're doing here, man. I ain't lying to you. So, can you make the numbers bigger? Which numbers? These numbers? Three Musketeers? Is that better for you? So what we're looking for is like this, okay? So let's just bring this over here, right? Just around there. You can actually do that on your chart as well. This gives you a guide, so you can have a look at your chart as well, alongside to it as well. So we found support here, found support there, found support here, just like we found support there. No problem. Happy days. It's fine. Whatever. We'll see if we do actually fill out this inefficiency right here into this block over there, If it comes back into this area there, do a bit of a deviation, breaks down, that's your entry, playing back down to mid-range. Once we lose this mid-range, play this fucking a lot more longer, and we go back to 17.156, and then play it back down to range low, which is at 16.2020. And that's all it is. And that's a decent swing trade there, to be honest. You play into there. You need looking strong. I don't think anything's going to be looking strong, to be honest, if BTC is playing like that. But we'll see what happens. That's the plan there. Uni. Let's have a look at Uni. Quickly. Uni. So with Uni, right, it's back into this area here, just like Ethereum is going to be playing as well. I think this is looking like Ethereum right here. But without looking at the Ethereum chart, I can justify this is what we're doing. So look at the weekly. Find a range band environment. So what's the range we're playing at? It was this. Yeah, it's this low. This is the range. That's the high, and that's the low, and that's what we're looking at. So the low comes in at what? 4.59. That's it. Because I use the weekly range, I'm gonna use orange color so I know what I'm looking at, right? So it is looking quite decent, but how decent is it gonna look like? Let's have a look, right? Look where it's come to. So as you can see, it's the range band environment, right? Choppy at the mid range, find resistance, fine. Come back down to range low, lose this area there. That's deviation there, fine, done. Come back up to mid range, find resistance, shoots back up to range high, comes back down to range low. Perfect. It's a perfect range band environment. You can't argue with that. Come back to the mid range, find some bit of resistance, come back up, do a deviation, shoots back down, holds the mid range. So that's giving me more insight that this is a clear, beautiful range that we're playing at. When we take out these highs there, right, bullish market structure, because we made the low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We come up there, and all this is just a motherfucking deviation, the range, okay, of the range itself. And look what's happened there. We are stuck between these areas here. Okay, so now let's try and refine this a bit more in depth, right? So I can see that this is the range band environment right here. Let's do another range. Fibonacci, this high to this low there. That's what's capping the market on both sides. That's blue. Let me delete that for a second, and let's just focus on this area here right now. Okay, let's focus on this area just now. Okay, so look what's happening here. This is a range band environment on the daily. On resistance, support, deviation, comes back down, retest, comes back up, all the way to range high. Hold the mid range, does a deviation of the range high. Shanks back down to range low. No problem. That's fine. So we know we're now playing between here, between the mid range and the range low. That's it. So if I was to be bearish, right now, let me overlap the other two range there. Oops, delete that. Where is it? There we go. Overlap the two range now. Now this is what I'm looking for. Okay. So I know, right, what I would like to see, right, is this. See this low here? I like to see this low hold as resistance. Any push up into there, it's no problem. Hold as resistance, which means that we can, let's go on the 4 hours actually. Pushing back up. Where is it pushing back up as well? You can start to see this how this works out now. It's pushing back up into the range high of this weekly range itself. Okay, because look, we've come back down, come back up, do a bit of a deviation, and we sell off there. So I'm looking for this area here now, just off the spot. Let me delete this. I'm looking for this area to hold as resistance now. Okay, this area of consolidation right over here. This is where I'm looking for resistance now, which coincides quite perfectly back into the range high. This is the range high of the weekly range. Okay, so if I see price come back up, comes into here, any deviation, whatever it wants to do, sets bound below here. Not only are we below this bit below the mid range, below the 25% range of the daily, we can play it back down to the range low, at least squeeze into here, right, which is 75% range of the weekly range. Once we start losing this low here, right, take out the liquidity here, playing it back into the mid range. That's the mid range there. The reason why it's found support is found support off this now, really, of this area here. Can you see this? This is an area of consolidation where price has actually found support. That's what happened. It's just found support off this area, no problem. Let it do its thing. Now all we want to do is we can play it back down from up, play it back down over here. Any deviation, it might come up to here. I don't really fucking mind. Come kiss into the mid range, no problem. Any moment it comes back down below this block I was talking about, this area here. Area consolidation, finds resistance, that's your stop loss, play it back down, 25% of range, and then range low. And that's a sweet trade there. And then from there, we play back down over here to 25% and range low. That's what we're looking for. So that's really, to be honest. You've got to admit that it is bearish. Market structure is bearish. High, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So if we take out these highs and close above it on the candle, happy days, let's go play higher. No problem. Then we focus on this blue range over here. But until then, in my opinion, I think we're going to come back down into the downside over here. So there's not much strength in the market for me to say that, yeah, we're going to go up higher. So it is quite nasty in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. But that's the plan there. Now, you're welcome, Critique. It's anything for you. So Ethereum, quickly touch Ethereum. Then we'll call it a day. Fuck it up. That's it. I feel drained though. I ain't lying to you. I literally feel mentally drained from that freaking the scalp trade and trying to feed the guys on the Discord off the 15-second chart, and then coming on here talking to you guys about what's going on. What's it? My nose feels stuffy. Yeah. I do feel drained. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do feel drained. Mentally talking wise. But we'll get cracking. You know what? I'm gonna have a roll up. So looking at, like, I'm just gonna talk about this, right? So with Ethereum, as we can see, you guys can clearly see this is July's range, right? July is low, July is high, deviation and resistance. Come back down. We found resistance in the mid range. Resistance. It was choppy. Do you remember that? I think it was on a Monday or Tuesday. I was talking about. There's a lot of people who talk about how ranges underneath resistance is actually bullish because we break up and hold above it. Motherfucker, you're wrong. You're wrong. You proved it wrong there anyway. So I don't know what you guys talking about. Just be careful who you follow on Twitter. On Twitter, you beat a lot of people who'd be saying, "Oh yeah, we're bullish, and this and that." Bro, you ain't got a fucking experience, man. What the fuck are you talking about? You just jumped onto Twitter, right, on crypto literally 2 days ago, and you're gonna teach all these guys how to actually trade. But we'll see. You know, like, there's a lot of donkeys out there on Twitter, I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of donkeys out there. A lot of macro guys who are donkeys as well at the same time. You know, thinking they got a dick like a donkey. Talking about macro, we are macro bullish, you know, macro support, macro trendline support, macro RSI, and macro Satoshi, macro. Shut the fuck up, you dumb motherfucker. Macro this, man. The guy's name is, the guy's name is Willie. You know what I'm saying? Willie. What kind of name is Willie? Shut the fuck up, man. Fucking macro this, macro that. Some guy's got a his name is beard in it. I ain't gonna see. You guys can work the opposite of that, but you can work the guys who I'm talking about. But there's some guy's named like Beard, and some guy's called Willie. There's another one called like fucking. I don't know where they come from, man. Fuck it out, man. Listen, you small man, Peters. Shut the fuck up. You don't know anything, right? Just because on your bio you've got fucking bio trading since 2013, bro. You might have been born in 2013, bro. You can't be saying you've been trading out your mom's fucking vagina, fam. Fucking dumbass. Yeah, I'll have a look at ADN solve for you, bro. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, didn't I? Yeah. But the donkeys, man, let's be honest on it. Like, the reason why I'm not going to call them a horse or a pony, right? Because at least ponies are quite good for little girls. They love that kind of shit in it. And horses are really useful in it. Like, if you got in the desert, you can fucking ride that shit. And they look badass as well. But donkeys are one of the most useless animals out there. What does a donkey do for you? No, honestly, what has a donkey ever done for mankind? Nothing. Let's have a look at that, actually. 1 second. The use of a donkey. Donkeys are versatile animals and can carry and can have many uses, including for children to ride, for driving and showing, like drought work, a companion animal, or simply as pets. Fam, you're a fucking pet. Fucking pet, fam. What the fuck? I don't fucking know. I mean, like, The donkeys, man. Don't be following these donkeys, man. Honestly, guys, just do yourself a favor. Just unfollow these donkeys, man. They're good. Like remember that guy? Plan, what's his name? Plan Z, Plan X. I don't know what his name. Plan Y or something like that. He was saying about like the blue candles over here, and we're gonna consolidate here, then we're gonna go to a million. Bro, shut the flying fuck out of here, man. 1 million followers. The followers are a bunch of donkeys as well, innit? Sorry, pirate. I know. Is that his name? Plan Belen. Fucking dumbass. I don't know. He's gone quiet though, hasn't it? Man's gone quiet though, hasn't it? This is just turned into a fucking comedy show now, isn't it? Was it that? Well, see, the thing is, right, with that geezer that you just mentioned, he's a good friend of mine. So, like, I can't shit on him publicly. But, like, it all comes to donkeys, isn't it? No donkey for Christmas. Shit. Oh, fucking hell, man. Fucking. Let's be donkeys right now. Let's be donkeys right now. You know what? I'm feeling the vibe of a donkey right now. Let's have a look. All right, let's just look. Donkey Daink, right? He said to us, right, we're gonna be bullish now. We are still bullish, right? I'm macro motherfucking bullish now. Let's have a look. Let's draw a trend line and let's work this out because I want to try and fit a bias there. I'm gonna show 2016 Ethereum to what Ethereum is doing right now, right? Because you know what it is, right? Because fractals always happen, right? This is the idea that fractals always work out. Okay. Doesn't really matter about the context. Doesn't really matter about what's happening in the global economy, what's happening in the, you know, like it doesn't really matter if your mom can't pay her rent or a mortgage, right? But we're fucking global macro bullish, right? Daink Country Club. That's what we're doing now. Daink Country Club. It's a new fucking website now. Tradeadonkey.com. But let's just like. I don't want to actually. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it. You know what? This stream has completely changed now. This is, instead of education, we're now gonna have a laugh at these donkeys. Let's have a look. Give me some donkey's name. All right, what's stuff? Let's see what stuff is saying. So I follow him because it's funny, right? 5 years in crypto, mashallah, Habibi. Wow. Studied new undervalued projects, not financial advice. Okay, cool. Let's have a look what he says. So to Altcoin holders, we're holding a support. 2004. So he shifted from 2017 to 2014 to 2018. What the fuck? You're really changing your bias here. Okay, no problem. That's fine. Bitcoin and the Wyckoff method. All right, let's have a look. Right, we are finally, according to this, right, we are now, according to this Wyckoff, we are in a bullish phase. We're gonna go up higher. No problem. We this here at 19k and 19k. Look here, right, 19.17k. We're gonna go up higher. Where is Bitcoin right now, guys? Let's have a look. Where is fucking Bitcoin right now? Bitcoin, is it at 20k? Did we make it 20k? Oh shit, man. We're at 18.3k. Fucking donkey, man. What the fuck, man? Never mind. Let's have a look at the next one. Let's have a look. Maybe he can redeem himself here, right? So we can redeem it. Give me some other names, right? Income Shark, right? Like that guy, right? He followed me once, right? And then he unfollowed me because I added him, right, on one of his tweets in it. But I don't know. I did try to send him a message and say, yo, listen, right, I don't mean no disrespect from you. Like, out of love and respect to one person to another person, because we all got ideas, no problem. I understand we all got ideas, and some of us likes to have a wider perspective, no problem. But the thing is, right, that Martini guy, he's another fucking donkey, man. Fucking hell, man, that's a donkey. He looks like a donkey though, doesn't he? You want to be macro traders, higher time frame traders, or do you want to be lower time frame traders? Come on, guys. If you want to be lower time frame, you know who the fucking follows. Me. I'm just showing you what the play is. But Chimp's, and you know what? Chimp, I don't understand that guy as well. He's been bullish since 20k. Like he's been bullish all the time. You know, he just fucking. I don't understand. Like, there's some more. What is it? Who else do? This lizard guy, Stock Money Lizard. He was another. Was he? Is he another one? Yeah, look, buy hodl. Look at this. This is what they pin. They pin this kind of tweet. When you see people pinning their tweets like this, come on, guys. Like, we'll buy at 38k, which means we can't hodl. No problem, right? We can't hold it, right? But according to here, we are hodling over here, right? According to this, right? I'm just using other people's charts here, so if anyone's got a problem with that, I mean, you can DM me, no problem. We can discuss this, but this is an open feed, right? This is crypto, decentralized. I can actually discuss other people's charts. I can discuss that, no problem. If you have an issue with that, like I said, you can always message me, by all means. So look at here, right? So he uses, like, they use these different days, and in 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 1 week, and stuff like that, right? They use all this kind of thing to trick everybody over, right? And then it makes these dumb followers, right? And I call them dumb because you follow them. I'm dumb. I follow Mustache as well, so I'm dumb as well. But and look at this. He says here, this is the top, and he's marked it up. All right, let me show you. Let me move my head out. All right, I just want to criticize this, like in terms of academically criticize it. That's all I'm doing. I'm academically criticizing a chart to explain that it doesn't necessarily make sense. Okay. So this guy, he posted on the September 24th, right, 2022. My man showed this high over here, and this is the high over there, and then we come back down, and according to 2015, this is the low on the RSI, right? No problem. And then he says here, this cross over here was a buy, no problem. Then when we come back up here, this cross again on the upside is a hodl, no problem. So it's a hodl. We are now in a hodl phase, and we're gonna hodl all the way up there, and this, according to him, we sell right at the top of RSI. I don't think he entered. Did he enter crypto in 2015 for him to say that? He doesn't say. He joined in 2022. Come on, fucking hell. You joined just now. You joined just fucking now, man. You fucking chameleon, motherfucker. Anyway. But I don't understand. I don't understand. And then he says, we hodl here, and then we sell over here. No problem there. Right? So we come back down here, right? RSI is at low, so we start buying where the crossover is happening over here. Then we hodl over here again, and this is not the high. So he's hodling from 2019. 2019 he's hodling, right? He's buying at 2019, and this low here doesn't really matter there. This would have been the perfect low here because we retest this area of consolidation, got back up on the range band environment, this low over here, and then hold above it and go up there. It shows bullishness. And next thing is he's saying back over here we should have sold. Not here, not at 69k, right? When shouldn't have sold at 69k, we should have sold at 63k. No problem. Now, according to him, we're in the buying phase. I'm not picking this call up. We're in the buying phase now. So basically what he's saying, at 19k, right, we should be buying right now. And at the moment, BTC is at 18.3k. Should we still buy now? I don't fucking know. I don't think so, motherfucker. We are in a global recession. A massive we haven't even claimed to be in a recession. Once the Fed starts saying, yeah, guys, listen, we're in a recession, right? We'll fuck for another year or 2 years. Are we still buying over here? Are we still going to be hodling? Fuck out of here, man. I don't fucking understand this shit, man. Some of these guys, you've just got to be careful who you follow, though. Honestly, some of this shit. Here we go. Oh, yeah, here we go. But you said to us we need to buy. So we're finding support over here, finding support over here. 18.8k and 18.5k, we're still going to be buying. Okay, no problem. I don't know. These guys shouldn't be getting any of my time from them anyway. They're not really worth it. But fuck these guys, man. Don't be following donkeys, guys. That's the lesson to be learned. You're still new. I just started last month. Observer dot. Do me a favor. Don't follow donkeys. Right? We went through a couple of names of donkeys. I'm sure the guys here in this chat can tell you who other. Like, do you guys have any other donkeys that you guys are thinking? Thank you so much. He's yeah. I look, Mr. M, right? That guy you're talking about, Trader Daink, is a bit of a donkey. I'll show you why. Right? I'm gonna be a bit of a donkey right now. We have a trend line over here to here. So which means we are going to be buying right when we kiss here. That's the buy. That's actually quite a perfect one, though, to be honest, which makes sense of this range bound environment. Yeah, see if we come back into this high there. Oops. Right? And I'm not even saying buy. I want to see it come back into this area here. If we come back up, right? This is the donkey phase. This is how a real a horse should actually tell you what to do. Right? Come back down, right? Let it do its thing. As long as we hold above it, once we reclaim this area here, find bullish market structure, right? We made a low here, a higher high there, a higher low here, a higher high there, a higher low there, higher high here. Then that's when you know you can start stepping in, buying in, and hodling as you go. But don't be following donkeys, man. I think we got a lot more to go. According to this, what I just highlighted, where does that come into? It comes into around 10k. I'm looking for 10k, that 10k area. Maybe like 12k is where you're looking for this area there. So we've got yeah, there's another donkey right there. Now, 3K is a bit too far-fetched, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. 3K, right? The reason why I'm saying that's a bit far-fetched, right, is this. Right, so if 3K is here, you're saying to me that we're going to take out these lows here. Right? If I'm macro bullish, right, I can't say that I can't. Well, we can. I don't see why not. Thank you, critique. Appreciate that. But man, this is me without weed. Wait till I have weed, right, and I'm fucking on another planet there. This is when I actually go off the charts there. I'll tell you some mad stories, like the one when I piss on my ex's mouth and shit like that, innit? On her face and like and whatnot. You guys have seen that. If you guys have seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't, someone else will tell you about it. But if this was a 5-minute chart, would you say it's possible? 3K? No, I wouldn't. What I would want to see is this high here, this area here to hold. That's what I'm looking for. On the 5-minute chart, right? This was the last high to send the market back down, right? And you can see it was a range band environment. All that's to support, we have a deviation here. So what I would like to see is if price come back down over here, let it establish its place, right? We can establish its range, do a bit of a deviation, no problem, that's fine, right? But if as long as it holds this low here, I'm happy to long here. And you can put a hard stop over there, up there, right? But for me, it's once we step, well, I'll put a hard stop here, to be honest. That low, I would say. So, and once we step back up and hold above this is when you can start saying, yeah, time to start buying. That's when we start looking for longs. And then we're going to start looking to get into these areas here, to these areas here, back into there, a lot more higher, okay? Carl's another guy. I'll tell you a story. So there's me and JJ. There's me, JJ, and Phoenix. We're in the car, right? So we're taking a taxi, right? An Uber. No, it wasn't an Uber. So I went to go meet JJ and Phoenix in Paris, right? And there was a Jal, NL Jal. He's a guy from Amsterdam. So met them in a bar. There's football going on, and Phoenix and JJ is gonna go meet Crypto Burb, and they're gonna go meet Crypto Burb. Are you coming? I didn't get an invite, so I can't say yeah, let's go. So I was like, nah, bruv, like I didn't get an invite. It's rude for me to actually attend. So Phoenix and JJ, they messaged Burb and say, yo, listen, we got Trader Daink here, right? Like, I want him to come, blah blah, but it's down to you. And I was saying, look, I'm not coming if I don't get an invite. It doesn't make any sense. That's just fucking gate crashing. I have to respect the guy. I do have a lot of respect for Burb. He's a phenomenal human being as well. A really good, a good person. I had small interaction before on Twitter, but never really met him. But it's an opportunity for me to go. Happy days. So Burb gives the thumbs up and say, yeah, like tell Daink to come. He can come. Cool. So we leave the fucking bar. They go back to the hotel. I'm outside. I say, yo guys, listen, I'm gonna order an Uber for us to go. We'll just get a vegan. You guys go get changed. Blah blah. So they get in changed. I'm outside, and I get an Uber to come. So the dude comes down. They come back down, and they're like, do you get an Uber? I'm like, yeah, it's been 5 minutes and stuff like that. They say 5 minutes and stuff like that. Then shortly afterwards, the fucking Uber gets cancelled. But we're talking about the Binance conference, isn't it? This random guy comes in and starts talking to us. Say, oh, are you guys going to the Binance private party? And we looked at them. We're like, Crypto Burb? They're like, no, the Binance birthday party. Like, where's this? And he tells us the hotel, and we're going to the same place as well. So we go to the same place. So I'm paying for this taxi, right? And I didn't even actually bother to ask JJ and Phoenix, right? Like, yo, is it cool if they jump in with us? And I was like, yeah, let's go in it, right? I'm that kind of guy. The more people come with us, the more happy it is. We can have a good conversation. So we jump in. We get in this private taxi, right? It's really like limo taxi kind of thing. Jump in there, and we're like, it's all quiet now because we don't know who the geezer is, isn't it? Right? And I'm like, so I start off the conversation. I'm like, what's your name in it? He tells us the name, blah blah. And he's like, so what? And I'm like, what do you do? And he works for Cointelegraph. And he works for Cointelegraph, sorry. He works for them. And we're like, oh shit, cool. So now in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, Cointelegraph. I want to get into this kind of party here that we got. So networking. So we're just talking. And he's like, what do you guys do? And and we said, well, all three of us are influencers, isn't it? Right? We're like, oh, we're influencers. And he shits on influencers hard, fam. Like when he shits on us hard because influencers are known as donkeys. Right, which is hence the whole donkey thing, right? And so we asked about he's just shitting on a bunch of influencers, right? And he's really for the tech kind of guy. Next thing is, right? So it's an awkward conversation between all of us. We're like I'm looking at JJ, I'm looking at Phoenix, right, and they just sitting there quietly. They're like they don't know how to like redeem themselves in a way, right? Or what to say, because we just got a guy here sitting in the fucking taxi, and I'm in my head, I'm like, rah, you motherfucker, you jumped in the taxi with us, you ain't paying for shit, and you're gonna shit on us. So I'm like, so there's two things that's coming to my head. I'm like, number one, I'm gonna find a way to destroy him. Or number two, I'm trying to find a way to redeem ourselves in a way, right? Whichever whichever thing's coming to mind right there on the spot, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm like in my head, I'm ready to actually burn the guy, which is really rude. It's really rude. But the thing is that you jumped in a fucking taxi, fam. How are you gonna disrespect us, fam? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? So he's being really, like, he talks shit about us, right? And next thing is we're like, yeah, but we're influencers, we're traders, X, Y, and Z, and we're trying to redeem ourselves and stuff like that. And I think where he lost a lot of respect for us, it tells us about this conference, right? It's apparently the biggest conference. I forgot what it's called actually now. I completely forgot what it's called now. It tells us about this conference that's going on, like the biggest conference in the whole of crypto. And we looked around at each other. We have no idea what the fuck he's saying. And he's like, guys, when did you enter crypto? And we're like 2017, 2017, 2016 kind of thing. And he's like, so you've entered crypto in 2017 and you never heard of this conference? And we're like, no, we never heard of it. And it's only when actually we Google it, we're like, oh, the logo, we know who the logo is. And we're losing points. We're just losing points as this ride goes on. And the more we lose points, right, the more I'm thinking to myself, I need to fucking burn this motherfucker now. Like, you can't get away with this shit. Like, I'm doing this for us. Then I go to him, if you hate, I'm like, no, then he said something along the lines about how some influencers are good, but majority is quite shit. So I'm like, all right, okay, cool. So I asked him, like, what do you think about Mooncar? Because we all hate, in this car, me, JJ, and Phoenix, we don't really like Mooncar. Most of us doesn't like him and whatnot. So when he said he absolutely hates Mooncar to his fucking guts, then the whole ride changes. We're just ripping into Mooncar. We're ripping into the Martini guy. We're ripping into all these donkeys and stuff like that. For a moment, we've redeemed ourselves. And we feel good about ourselves that we're not in that league of stupidity, that league of donkeyness as well. So yeah, no one likes Mooncar. I mean, fair play. And like the guy said to like he's met Mooncar and he told us like the thing is like he's just really good at marketing, and you gotta respect that he's really good at marketing, right? Someone who can market themselves really well, I respect that, right? Because what he's done, he bought Bitcoin from the early days. From the early days, that's what happened. That's why he's got so much money. He's not a trader. He can't trade, but he's just bought Bitcoin at such an early time, at the very beginning of the moments, right? Some of you guys, I know one in particular in this chat, has bought Bitcoin at $4, but he's bought Bitcoin in the early days, and he just marketed himself the whole entire time, and that's what's happened there. So fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Fucking another donkey in the house as well. But anyway, so where was I? Someone can't ask us about to chart Sol. Was it? I just went off the plot there. Completely lost the fucking train of thought there. I just started shitting on people. Ada and Sol. Let's just quickly touch on Ada and Sol. And then we'll just have a look at what's going on there. Ada. Where's Ada? I don't know actually. I've never met the guy to just say that like how much he's bought, to be honest. Pirate. But I don't think he bought it at the price you did, though, to be honest. I think he entered in 2015. I think that's what happened. I think he entered in 2015. You entered in 2014. So, but the thing is, like, look, like Pirate is in the chat. She bought Bitcoin at $4, right? And if she could have been a Mooncar. We could have called her a Moon Pirate, fam. You know what I'm saying? If she went for that Mooncar direction, she'd have went into that Moon Pirate direction. You know? She wouldn't be in the fucking in Daink Country Club at all. She would be too posh for us, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, Jay. Love it. I got loads of fucking dumb stories though. I'll tell you the story about this fucking when I was in pharmacy. Did I ever tell you the story about the fucking baseball bat? Did I ever tell you the story about the baseball bat? Moon Pirate, innit? That's mad, that is. Nah. He's new. He's new. It's not even 1 billion. I don't know. I don't think he hit 1 billion, but yeah, like with you here, you're a real whale that we know. We definitely have seen you work at action as well. So, Ada, ADA wise, I mean, just looking at the fucking monthly, this looks kind of shit though. Even the weekly, I think we'll come back to 17 cents. That's 2021's low. It does look good. What I'd like to see is, you can see it right there. Just quickly talk about the weekly. Squeeze in the daily. I mean, daily. Let's talk about weekly, right? And I think we'll go a lot more lower. Right? I do see us. See this area here. This is an area consolidation, right? Let's just squeeze that in. There we go. This low to this high. That's the area consolidation. That's where it is, okay? And I want to see us come back into this area here. I don't think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, she's a DCC queen. Not even 1 billion. Pirates are a whole different fucking world, you know. She's something else. Bless her soul, man. She's fucking sick, though. Super, super grateful. I just want to say this publicly as well, Pirate, right? I'm fucking grateful to have you here. I'm really, really grateful. 100%. So thank you so much for actually being a part of the group as well. And, you know, you helping out the guys as well. And talking about heat maps and stuff like that. You're just a star. You really are a star. And I thank you so much for that again. I keep feeling like there's something in my nose, but give me a second. Let me just clean out my nose. 1 second. I don't want to do this publicly in front of everyone. This is gonna fucking best. 1 second, guys. Alright, that's better now. That's better. Feel much more fresh. Yeah, okay. So ADA. Looking at ADA, right? This is where ADA's coming right. So we got an area consolidation right over here, right? Which we consolidated for the last about a year, 2 years, 2 years worth of consolidation over here. As you can see, market structure was low, high. So that's the lower high. This is the lower high. The moment we take out this high over here, right? You can't really see it entirely. Let me zoom into it. Fuck it. This is how you can interpret when we have a break in market structure on the upside as well. Okay. So we've got this low here, and we've got this range band environment here. This is where the range band environment, as you can see, right? Literally, this low caps the market, holds a support. This high caps the market, holds resistance. Okay, everyone it makes sense there. But we gotta look at this high here. Okay, so from a macro perspective, right? Let it establish this thing. The moment we break out this high here, right? When we break out this high, what happens is going to be bullish market structure. The market structure shifted from making lower lows and lower highs. This is a low. This is a lower low. That's a lower high, and that becomes a lower low. So this low is actually now the new lower low. The moment we break out, let me just fucking do that again. The moment we break out of this, right? We have a clean smash, right, on the weekly above this. What we're looking for, any retest and hold into this, right? In that range high, the previous range high, will be a long. And then where's your invalidation is this, because that's the lower low, right? They're thinking that was the new lower low. We don't want to see this get below. It just so happens where it finds a support off this block, off this area, and that's where it's found support. So you could have entered right from here with a stop loss probably below here, I'd say, right? You can, that's that. I'll probably gone wider over here, right? Just to keep a bit more breathing space, just in case we come into the mid range, hold above it, and then go back up high. So then what happened is the moment we break out of this, this is now the high, and that becomes the higher low. What happens? We break out of this. That's the high. Market structure shifts all the way on the upside. So when you're in the bull market for the next time, and if you want to start understanding when the bull market's happening, X, Y, and Z, this is what you'll be looking for. This very episode should actually be ingrained in your head. So you guys should be ahead of the game. Okay. So that's what we're looking for now. Where prices come down to now. What's going on? A liquidation probably is minus 60k. Yeah, man, she's fucking next level. When I get into the DC, she's going to have a new T. Is T here? T-Raw. T-Raw's got some competition here. She's already got... yo, tell Moon God to come contradict me. Shit, Pirate, you are fucking on it today. So, we're looking at this, right? We've got these highs over here. Right? We've got these highs here, and we've got this previous all-time high there, and we've got a high and this low here. Okay, Go this low here, which means that any retest, maybe a deviation to this area. This is a block, the last high up candle, send the market back down, holds below here, and we start finding bearishness over here and find breakdowns over here, and that's the lower low, and that becomes a lower high. This would be a confirmation to play all the way back down to where I'd say as a mad ass swing trade into the 18 cent area right here off that high. That's target one. Hold above it, because see how we got all this fast movement up. It's gonna have to be filled. It's gonna have to be filled. And if we actually come back down, right, break down, then I'd like to look into this area here. This as a target, as the next set of targets there, and then from there, see if we can squeeze into this high here. However long this happens, we don't fucking know. We're gonna work this out as the time goes on, and once it's established itself over here, we can start buying ADA over here, and then once we break up above there, bullish market structure, off we go. Let's go up higher at 20 cents, for example, and then we can start shooting up to previous all-time high. Right, that's in the bull run when that comes in time. 20 cents to fucking all-time high, which is what, $3.1. Even if you buy it 15 cents, that's not a bad 20x there. And then make a new all-time high and keep going. We don't know. We'll see how it goes. So that's on the weekly, but on the daily, let's have a look. The daily looks kind of shit though, innit? It looks really, really shit. It's just on the daily, right? So we've got a range band environment here. Let's have a look. So on the weekly, that's what we've got on the weekly there. Let's have a look. Want to change it? No, I wouldn't change it. I'll leave it there. I'll leave the weekly as it is. On the daily, let's have a look. Right. This is an area that I want to see us retest this area now. This area here. Alright? Which means that if we come back up, if it comes back up there, finds resistance, starts breaking down, right? This is now my bearish play to play back down to the plan as I said, taking out liquidity on the downside, and we work this at level to level, and that will be my entry on the shorts there. Where would I be wrong? Well, then if price comes back into here, starts reclaiming this area bullish market structure, I play to 25% and then to this high over here, and that's how it is. If we break above and hold above it, then yeah, let's play up higher, back to range high, into this area there, right? Into this area of consolidation right there. That's what I'm looking for ADA. Sol, let's have a look at Sol. Quickly touch on Sol, then call it a day. Yeah, we lost the mid range. It's a clean ass motherfucking bearish play there, right? Again, same situation. I mean, where would I like to see? Let's go on the weekly, right? I like to come back to 15 cents, $15. That's this here was why did I choose that? I can't remember why I chose that. Lovely. I can't remember why I chose that. Doesn't make any sense there. Why would I choose that level? Oh, I don't know. Just delete that. But really and truly, off the weekly, right? You can see this, right? We're still in this range band environment here, right? We are capped between this high and this low there, right? Which means that we can come back to $19, right? Any retest of that range band environment, which we'll talk about in just a second, we come back to $19. Where I would like to start accumulating is right over here. You see this area there? That's the consolidation there. We're talking about $5, fam. Sounds kind of far-fetched though, I ain't gonna lie to you, but like I'm down to actually buy at $5. I'm definitely down to buy at $5 to go up to $200. Fuck yeah, let's do that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a 40x there. So look at this, right? Let's see how this yeah, let's just see how this thingy works out. If it comes back down, right, start losing this low over here. You know, this is your low, bullish bearish market structure. Fill out this inefficiency over here. Makes sense to come back to $5. Let it do its thing, establish its range, right, and we can start buying as we go. And this is the area I would like to start buying there, ready for the next bull market. But we'll work it out as the time comes, right? That's that on the weekly. Let's have a look on the daily. How does it look like? And you can clearly see, right? Let me just delete that. We don't need this no more. So we've lost that range low. So nasty. If you have a close here below this range low, it's not looking good. So what I'd like to see, right, is any retest into this area here, right? Come into this low there, break down. This will give me confirmation for to short the market with stop loss over here, playing it back all the way down to 25% range. From the 25% range, play it back down to range low, and that's what it is. And that's your swing trade, and that's your alt trade there. That's it really, to be honest. So we did some good decent work there, to be honest. We covered Dixie, we covered the bullish player Dixie, we covered market structure on a bunch of coins as well. We talked about ES, and it just so happened that ES has followed through, didn't it? Yeah, there you go. We talked about ES, what we're looking for a retest and then breakdown. We talked about Bitcoin, we talked about Ethereum, we talked about donkeys, we talked about Sol and ADA. There's a range of things that we can work on now. So let's see what happens. Sol $11 to $18. I think I'm gonna hold it a little bit longer. I think we can squeeze into $15 definitely. I definitely will have to buy some. But we'll see what happens. XAU. I've been fucking bearish on XAU. Yeah, I've been bearish on XAU. I haven't changed my perspective on bearishness, and I'm in a short on XAU, to be honest. I don't know if you guys are into thingy. I've entered a short about, I think it was 17.19 or something like that. That's where I entered my short. Yeah, 17. Let me have a look. Let me open up CMC. Yep. XAU. Yeah, 17.19. That's why I entered my short on 17.19. My stop loss is over here, and I'm playing it back to range low. That's what I'm looking for. I'm bearish on XAU. You know, you can see. Look at this. Two things, right? This is a range band environment right here. The low, the high, the low, deviation, come back down, find support, do a new lower low. This is a lower high. This is a lower high. We find resistance of this area of consolidation over there. We'll come back down. We lose the mid range, the macro mid range there. And what's happening is coming back down to range low 1532. That's why I really think that's what's going to happen there. 1532 is from this area. That's the high, the range high. That's the mid range, and that's the range low. That's what it is. So bearish on XAU. If I'm bearish on XAU, I'm bullish on dollar index, isn't it? That's how it works out. So, all right, cool. Because Pirate needs to pee. Moon Pirate needs to pee. So we're gonna call it a day then. All right. What are your top 5 altcoins? Ooh. Doge, Solana. What was it I say? A0, OGN. What's for the 5? I had one. I can't remember what it was. But that's the 4 that I can figure at the top of my head. I've got a chart. Yeah, let's have a look. No, I can't see anything here. I'll definitely, but basically the truth is Doge. Doge is where I'm looking for. Without thinking, and look at this. Here we go. We can look for a short on Doge soon as well. I do like to see us come back into this area here though. That's what I like to see, and that's why I'm gonna start buying around this area here on Doge. Any dips below it here, I definitely will be buying. The donkey indicator. Well, says we do the opposite. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. All right, cool. Let's call it a day. We've done a good decent amount of streaming, an hour and 40 minutes. A lot longer than I normally do anyway now lately. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow will be around the earlier times. It just so happened like last night. The guys in the group knows what happened, why I was a bit late. But yeah, we'll call it tomorrow then. All right. Catch you guys tomorrow. Take care and have a great Thursday. See you soon.